Roll out the red carpet and get out your acceptance speech.
Because we've got your Backstage Pass to Hollywood. Backstage Pass starts now. Hi everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of Backstage Pass, where we give you the insider scoop on everything entertainment. I'm Callie Corson.
And I'm Ryan Wall. We've got a juicy show for you, but before we delve into the gossip, let's take a look at what movies topped the box office this past week.
Starting at number 5 in the box office this past weekend was Blockers with slightly over $10 million. Ready Player One brought in over $11 million and came in at number 4. Number 3 was Truth or Dare with just under $20 million. And A Quiet Place brought in over $32 million and took the number 2 ranking. Rampage secured the number 1 spot with over $34 million.
So I've heard a lot about A Quiet Place, just because it's a different type of movie, and it's a different type of portrayal of John Krasinski, because everyone knows him as Jim from The Office. But
exactly, so it's a totally different atmosphere for him. I love when actors do that, especially actors from TV shows, and then they go into movies, because that's such a different genre.
Yeah.
But let's see the movies coming out in the next couple of weeks.
For all of our history buffs out there, the next film is something you may not have heard about before. Chappaquiddick is the true story of the fatal car accident in 1969 involving Ted Kennedy and one of his campaign strategists named Mary Jo Kopechane. Mary Jo, played by Kate Mara, was killed in the accident as Kennedy's car went off the side of a bridge in Chappaquiddick Island, Massachusetts. The scandal brought on guilt and moral questions for Ted Kennedy, who was played by Jason Clarke. As the youngest son of the family, history was truly changed because of the accident, and the film looks to tell the story behind it. The film first premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival in September of 2017 and can be found in theaters now. Other stars include Ed Helms, Jim Gaffigan, Clancy Brown, and Bruce Dern. Here's the trailer for Chappaquiddick.
Anna Faris stars in this next film that features humor, family, and a little bit of karma. Overboard is the story of Kate, a single mom working part-time jobs to keep paying her rent and take care of her kids, while cleaning a boat that belongs to the incredibly wealthy Leonardo, played by Eugenio Derbez. Kate is unjustly fired for refusing to act as his servant. Kate goes home feeling defeated. She later finds out that Leonardo was in a boat accident and woke up with amnesia. With some encouragement from her friend Teresa, played by Eva Longoria, Kate claims Leonardo is her husband and places him into her world. He begins working a blue-collar job and learns about a life he's never known unknowingly. The two become closer and begin to reckon the humanity in each other. This film is a remake of the 1987 version and is a heartwarming comedy. See the trailer for Overboard in theaters this May.
Hollywood's favorite new thriller is out and celebrities are whispering about its greatness. A Quiet Place came out April 6th and was written and directed by John Krasinski, whose most notable role, as we mentioned earlier, was Jim Halpert in the American version of The Office. The film is set in 2020, where a new species has moved to the top of the food chain. It hunts humans using only its hearing, prompting Lee and Evelyn, played by real-life couple John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, to live in forced silence with their children. The silent nature of the film adds to the chilling idea that a single noise could put a whole family in danger. Krasinski is getting a lot of praise from his Hollywood friends on Twitter for his first film. Maybe we'll see more from him in the future? We'll have to wait and see. For now, check out the trailer for A Quiet Place in theaters now.
So we were just talking about how we were excited to see Overboard. I know my mom loves the original version of Overboard, so I can't wait to get her tickets and go see it. She'll be really excited. And plus, I love Anna Faris, so I think it'll be cool to see her take on
Yeah.
the movie.
And I mean, I think, and we were just talking about this before too. The 80s are kind of coming back in style, like your necklace, as
Oh, yeah.
our producer Tanya Ellis pointed out, very big.
But now Jerry is going to give her input on the new Sherlock Gnomes movie.
Sherlock Holmes is playing in theaters, serving as a sequel to the animated success Romeo and Juliet that was released in 2011. We get to see the garden gnome couple once again, but it's not all rainbows for them. After being crowned leaders of the new garden, Romeo gives all his attention to Juliet while she gives all her attention to the garden instead. However, their rocky relationship becomes the least of their problems when crisis hits, and they have to rescue their family and friends that have been kidnapped out of the garden. Of course, this can only be a job for Sherlock Gnomes and his assistant Watson. Will the gnomes be saved? Will Romeo and Juliet's love be saved? Of course, you'll have to find that out for yourself. I really liked how this film had familiar voices, such as Johnny Depp's voiceover of Sherlock Gnomes and Mary J. Blige's voiceover of Sherlock's jealous ex-love. It's also important to mention that Elton John was a producer, and several of his biggest hit songs were featured as soundtracks. So if you're a fan of his, you need to check it out. In fact, everybody should check it out, because this is a family film that all ages can enjoy. Well, that's my pick for this week. My name is Jerry Ann Tripodi, and I will see you next time.
Today we're going to start off the show with a recap of what's happening in the music industry. Cardi B's debut album, Invasion of Privacy, has been released and is receiving rave reviews from celebrities like Sam Smith, Green Day, and even Oprah. Featuring a total of 13 tracks, the album shows off B's musical range with slower and melodic beats as well as heartfelt lyrics. B's heart and dedication is on full display as she raps about love and relationships and the obstacles she's overcome to make it in the music industry. The rapper also stretches her vocal capabilities as she tries her hand at singing several choruses. B's album makes even greater waves with exciting and unexpected features from artists like Chance the Rapper, SZA, and Kalani. B also plays homage to her Hispanic roots by completing a song with reggaeton legends J Balvin and Latin rap star Bad Bunny. After being released on April 6th, the album has already been certified gold after less than a week.
During her performance on Saturday Night Live, rapper Cardi B revealed that she was pregnant. While performing songs from her newly released album, Invasion of Privacy, Cardi B wore a white dress that showed off her baby bump, making the audience cheer over the exciting news. The announcement, however, was no surprise, as pregnancy rumors have been circulating for the past few months. Once Cardi B officially revealed the news, fans and her friends shared their congratulations to both her and her fiancé Offset, who got engaged in October. Another celebrity who announced their pregnancy was actress Kate Hudson. The mom of two sons shared on Instagram that she is pregnant with her first daughter, showing her family and musician boyfriend Danny Fujiwaka popping balloons that revealed pink confetti. Hudson wrote in her post saying, quote, "My kids, Danny, myself, and the entire family are crazy excited," end quote.
In one of the stranger stories this week, several media outlets were reporting a bizarre rumor that an unnamed celebrity had the audacity to bite our Lord and Savior, Mrs. Beyonce Knowles, in the face. What? Yes, you heard that right. Someone bit Queen Bee in the face. In a GQ interview with comedian Tiffany Haddish, the funny lady claimed that she witnessed an actress biting Beyonce in the face last year after a Jay-Z concert. The incident happened backstage and prompted Beyonce to grab Jay-Z and storm away, while Haddish stood there stunned. No names were dropped in the interview, but the internet demanded justice and quickly began a witch hunt to bring the perpetrator to justice, causing the hashtag #WhoBitBeyonce to trend on social media for nearly a whole day. Several other stars, including Twitter queen Chrissy Teigen, were both intrigued and repulsed. Haddish did go on to explain that she interacted with Beyonce throughout the night and that Haddish offered to beat up the biter. Beyonce begged her not to, imploring her to have a good time and explaining that the actress was likely on drugs. The topic played out for a few days, but Haddish later joked that on Instagram Live that, quote, "NDAs are real, so I'm not saying expletive about nothing." BET alleges it was reality star Sine LaFon, but neither Beyonce nor Haddish have commented further. We here at Backstage Pass highly suspect Q&A host Brian Gelvac, but with all the crazy rumors swirling, who knows?
Coachella went viral as Beyonce turned it into Baychella. The popular music festival booked the singer last year, but she had to cancel due to her pregnancy. Contributing to the hype of Coachella was the big stage debut of the viral hit Yodeling Boy, Mason Ramsey, who quickly became a meme after a video of him yodeling in Walmart hit the internet. 2 weeks later, he's been on Ellen and was invited to perform at the music festival, attracting celebs like Justin Bieber to his set. Meanwhile, Beyoncé absolutely stole the show with her amazing performance. The New York Times headline says it all: Beyoncé is bigger than Coachella. The newspaper raved. She performed for 2 hours and had few breaks. She sang several of her hits with high intensity, accompanied by a marching band that upended the traditional laid-back vibe of the festival. She was joined on stage with husband Jay-Z, former group Destiny's Child, and sister Solange. Reactions were overwhelmingly positive, with viewers online noting the historic nature of the performance. She's the first Black woman to headline Coachella. She was at times cheeky, at times political, but always a pleasure to watch.
On Sunday, April 1st, the world was treated to another live musical, this time with a theme just right for Easter. NBC's live version of Tim Rice and Andrew Lloyd Webber's hit 1971 musical, Jesus Christ Superstar, has been heralded as one of, if not the best, live musical to date. The sentiments of many critics were also expressed by fans and viewers who rewarded the performance with 9.6 million viewers and bested all other shows in the Sunday night lineup. The show had a great rhythm to it that made the performers feel less staged than previous live musicals. This was mostly due to the fact that the show took on more of a stage concert vibe than a drawn-out production with multiple sets changes. Star Sarah Bareilles, who played Mary Magdalene, gave a simply heavenly performance of the song I Don't Know How to Love Him. Rock legend Alice Cooper livened up one of the more somber sections of the show with his boisterous rendition of King Herod's song, and Jesus Christ himself, John Legend, turned out an absolutely haunting performance of Jesus' lone solo of the show, Gethsemane, I Only Want to Say. The true MVP of the entire show, however, was Broadway star and former Aaron Burr in Hamilton, Brandon Victor Dixion, as the true star of the show, Judas Iscariot. Dixion, who was on stage for practically the entire show, brought an incredible amount of vigor, dimension, and even a bit of empathy for a character that many people feel that they know all too well. It was also Dixion who gave arguably the best performance of the night with his mesmerizing performance of the title song of the show, Superstar, towards the end of the second half. The performance was so well received that the live audience gave the performance a standing ovation before the song was entirely over. Only time will tell, however, if NBC will be able to knock it out of the park with their next live performance. So a lot going on this week.
So Coachella, I definitely feel like this was a completely different vibe this year.
Oh yeah, I've heard so many reviews on like NPR, in newspapers, like just online sentiments that Beyonce like had transformed the festival because of like her presence.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like they never had like a big like name woman like that who is more in like that hip hop type industry. When she sings, you know, it's like real dancing. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I feel like it could have been fun.
It was, yeah, amazing. So Campus Movie Fest recently passed through LaSalle, and we're so excited to share with you some of the participants. Check out all these interviews Callie and I did at the red carpet last week.
Hi guys, we're here at Campus Movie Fest 2018 with our host, Miss Katie Milladeo. So Katie, tell us about your look today. Who are you wearing?
I am wearing Target head to toe.
Beautiful. And tell us a little bit about your hair. What inspired this look?
I took a shower this morning and then I walked around in the wind and this is what we have.
We have some familiar faces here with us tonight. Would you care to tell us what year this is?
This is our third year.
Wow, impressive. What is your movie about this year?
Our movie is about the fine art of making spaghetti.
Liam, can you tell us about your movie this week?
Yeah, so in a week I made a movie about I transferred in freshman to LaSalle and kind of wondering what he needs to do and wondering where he fits in a social setting, and basically he just didn't like it here at all, and he's not fitting in too well. And then he finds SIGEP, and we kind of, you know, break him out of his shell a little bit, and it shows his transition from kind of depressed, inner worked person to kind of an outgoing, you know, person that's grown.
Walk us through the movie making process. Like, what's it like? What's your process? How do you go about that?
Well, seeing as we had 7 days that turned into 3 because of the nor'easter, we scrapped everything. So normally we're a bit more prepared, but we conceptualized, shot, edited, final product out in 3 days. So it was mayhem, No sleep, but totally worth it.
So Meg, this isn't your first time making a movie like this, so how is this process different than other ones, and how was this kind of being your last Campus Movie Fest film?
Don't tug on the emotions. So this was my first year working with Lorena, but this is my third year doing it for the greater idea of raising awareness for sexual assault. And so this time around, we had a lot of help from people outside of the program, but they were all incredibly supportive, and it was a really, really amazing opportunity.
Can you tell me more about your movie, Arissa?
Well, I actually didn't do a movie for Campus Movie Fest. I'm actually in a shot in Megan's video for a good 5 seconds, and I'm only here to really support her work and to see everyone else's work.
Well, that's an awesome friend. I really appreciate that.
We just wrapped up Campus Movie Fest 2018, and we're super excited with all of the awesome films we got to see.
I hope you all get ready for next year's 2019 Campus Movie Fest. So thanks for that opportunity. It was a pleasure. But turning to some not so happy news, there have been many celebrity divorces and split-ups going on throughout Hollywood. Back in January, WWE wrestler John Cena and his WWE wrestler girlfriend, Nikki Bella, took a break from their relationship. The couple had been engaged since 2017, and all kinds of rumors had been going around since they changed their wedding date. When interviewed by The Today Show, John Cena said, quote, "I believe we both have some work to do, and we're genuinely trying our best to work through it," quote, end quote. Kendra Wilkinson and her husband, Hank Baskett, have filed for divorce. The two have been married for 9 years, and on April 9th, Wilkinson made a statement saying, quote, "Today is the last day of my marriage to this beautiful man," end quote. The couple has a 3-year-old daughter, and all of this stems from Baskett's sex scandal a few years ago. Finally, country music star Miranda Lambert called it quits with her boyfriend of 2 years, Anderson East. They have been dating each other since 2015 after Lambert split from ex-husband Blake Shelton. There has been no statements on why this couple has split.
Liana's now here to give you the tea on what's happening in the world of Mariah Carey.
Superstar Mariah Carey dropped a bombshell and inspired many when she finally opened up about her bipolar disorder. She revealed that she has bipolar II disorder, which involves periods of depression as well as hypomania. She was diagnosed back in 2001, but didn't want the diagnosis to define her. In an interview, Mariah stated, "I didn't want to carry around the stigma of a lifelong disease that would define me and potentially end my career." Mariah was scared that revealing this would cause her to lose everything. After years of keeping this secret and living in fear that someone would expose her, the burden became too much for her to bear, and she finally decided to open up. Mariah's news was very well received, and she has been fully supported by her fans. She posted a picture of herself smiling big at a photo shoot with the caption, "Feeling inspired by each of your stories and uplifted by your overwhelming support. Let's continue to encourage each other on our journeys." There have been many tweets from people thanking her for sharing her story and giving them someone to look up to. Mariah has already been seen out and about after coming forward and seems to be doing great. She has gotten medication that is helping her, has surrounded herself with positive people, and has gone back to writing songs and making music. I give huge props to Mariah for finally opening up about something so personal. Hopefully, this is a step forward to get rid of the stigma around mental illnesses and to encourage others to come forward and get the help they need. Thank you, Mariah. My name's Leanna Graham. Now back to Backstage Pass.
Thanks so much, Liana. But it wouldn't be an episode of Backstage Pass if we didn't keep up with the Kardashians. Khloe Kardashian has given birth to a baby girl, but days before she had her child, a tape showed partner and father-to-be Tristan Thompson cheating on her. Thompson is a basketball player for the Cleveland Cavs, and the couple has been together for a year. Allegedly, less than a week before the birth date, a video showing Thompson was shown with several women in a Manhattan nightclub. The footage was grainy and blurry, so it was not clear as to what exactly was going on. Khloe was predictably sidelined by the tape, and the family went on the warpath. Sources close to Kardashian say that she is experiencing a lot of emotions and is unsure of how to react. More to come on this developing story.
Riverdale has been renewed for a 3rd season, so all the Archie and Jughead fans can stop worrying and get excited. There has not been a set date for the season's return, but it should be released soon. The CW also renewed 9 other shows all at the same time due to the great ratings the network has been receiving. There's also been new talk about a companion show to Riverdale planning to take off within the next year or so. The one and only Sabrina Spellman will be making this comeback in the show called Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
So quickly, the CW, I personally believe, doesn't get enough good credit for they come out with some great shows.
You're a huge fan.
I love the CW. I think they always have great shows for any type of personality. Like my mom watches the CW, I watch the CW, high school kids watch the CW, and I feel like they're finally starting to get some good credit.
Well, unfortunately, that does it for this episode of Backstage Pass. We hope you had as much fun watching it as we did producing it.
If you have any questions or comments about the show, visit our super awesome website, lasalle.edu/LaSalleTV. On the website, you can find the schedule and more information about the shows themselves. You can email us at lasalletv@lasalle.edu.
And don't forget to follow us on social media. Like us on facebook.com/LaSalleTV. You can also find us on Twitter at LaSalleTV Philly or BP_LaSalle. We love to continue the discussion after the show, so don't hesitate to tweet us. For Backstage Pass, I'm Ryan Wall.
And I'm Callie Corson. On behalf of myself and the entire Backstage Pass team, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.
First.